What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5 with a brand new car pack, and this is the car that we're going to take a look at in today's video. It's not really a car, it's a van. It's a Ford Transit Supervan, once again. Also, if I'm a bit nasally, it's because I somehow managed to catch a flu, a cold, I don't know what it is. It's really light though, but it's just made me really nasally. So I'm sorry if I sound like that. And if I do this throughout the video. Anyway, welcome back. Electric Supervan again. This is, I think, it's the third Supervan that we have in this game, right? Or is it, wait, is it the third one? Or is it the second? No, I think it's the third one, right? We'll have a look in a minute, but yeah, I want to have a look at this thing because it looks, first of all, insane. And second of all, this is now electric, because before we actually did have the Supervan and it wasn't electric, but now it is. And also, I have made videos on the other Supervans in this game, and they're very, very sick. They're really, really good cars. Like, they're actually very, very good to drive. So, I thought maybe we could try this out and see what it's like. What are we looking at here? Let's have a look at this massive... Oh, wait, what? That's cool. That just comes off fully. I was going to say, let's have a look at this massive engine here. Whoa, look at that. Well, it's completely empty. Can we get rid of anything else? Oh, wow. So it all just kind of pops off. I guess it doesn't, like, nothing's really... That would be very sick if we could just run it like that. How funny would that be? But it looks absolutely mental. I'm definitely very interested to try this thing out. It's full of carbon fiber everywhere. It looks ridiculous. It looks absolutely ridiculous. What's it got? Recaros in it and everything. It's just a big... It's just a big van that's been converted into, oh my god. Yeah, it's just been converted into, like, something mental. Have a look at the stats on this thing, by the way. Have just a quick little gander at these stats, right? 7.9, 7.8, 10, 10, 9, and 4.5. I haven't touched this thing, by the way. It's the exact same as what I was stock. Have a look at this, though. 1,878 horsepower, 1,600 newtons of torque, and weighs 1.9 tons. It's all-wheel drive. I mean, the fact that we can even get this thing to be even better than it already is, it is just mind-blowing to me. It's also got drift suspension. We could change the tires, that's pretty much it. It's all running on slick tires, so we don't really need anything else to do there. It's on 300s on the front and 300s on the rear. We can go with 325s. Let's just drive it. I mean, is there even a point of driving this thing stock? Like, I need to try this out. I really want to try this. Oh my god, we can change it to... I love it. I'm so happy that we can do that. So we can change it to rear wheel drive with the press of a button, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. It's just like the Mustang. It is not great, by the way, for drifting. It just feels like... I don't know why, it feels like the flywheel just... Look how slowly it drops revs, by the way. It just feels like the rear wheels just spin forever. Look, I let go. I accelerate. I'm letting go now. And it's still accelerating. That is really, really strange. That's a very, very strange feeling. So I stop accelerating, but the wheels just continuously accelerate and spin. So I don't think it has a particularly fast top speed. I think that's the one thing that we probably need to change with this thing. What's it like though? It doesn't drop in class or anything like that. Like, you can just make this thing rear wheel drive whenever you want. That feeling is so weird though. When you stop it kind of accelerating, and it just keeps doing it. It's so weird. That is very, very weird. The way it's like slightly still accelerating. Alright, let's bring this thing back to all-wheel drive. It does feel its weight though. It definitely feels its weight. Yeah, why does it feel like that? That's just such a strange feeling with this guy. It does it with all-wheel drive as well. Yeah, but when you lift off... Actually, cornering is not even too bad. Oh, it has gears! Oh. I just didn't want to change gear. I didn't know that this thing would actually have gears. Oh, this is a game changer, boys. This is an absolute game changer. Brakes are actually still really good, even though these aren't the carbon ceramics. I haven't done anything to the brakes. This is a sick van. So, like I said before, we have already got in Ford. If I go to Ford, we already have. So this is the Mach E 1400, which basically has the same sort of system where you can change it from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive as well. But we already have Supervans in this game. We have this one, which is this generation, and then there's the Donut Medium one, or this one as well. So there's two other Supervans that we have in the game. I don't think we have the old one transformed into a Supervan, but yeah, we already have two of them in the game, and they're both very, very sick. This one specifically is insane. I mean, look at the power to weight ratio of it. It is mental. I don't think this new one will be able to match it, but like this is a crazy, crazy Supervan. Regardless, this one maybe not so much. This was kind of like a it's a pretend Supervan. It's a sports van. It's not a Supervan, is it? It's a super sport van. Yeah, not really though. This one's a proper Supervan though. And yeah, the newest one kind of goes back to that one. But regardless, I wanted to make a video on this thing because it's brand new and it's part of the new acceleration car pack. Right, let's do some stuff to it, and I want to try and see if I could take this thing maybe uphill, or maybe up the hill climb, the Vulcan Sprint, and kind of try it there. I feel like it could be quite useful there. I don't want to really change anything else suspension wise. I think it's fine. Driveline we're gonna change, and nothing else there because it's already because it's basically a race car, no step. I'm pretty sure all of the parts that are on it already are also adjustable, so I don't really think we need to do anything there in terms of that. I think we're perfectly fine with that. So that's pretty much all we're gonna do to this thing. There you go. Nothing really changes. Not much anyway. Really changes with this thing. I do wonder though if we can all-wheel drive drift this thing if we put the drift suspension on it. That would be interesting to see. Yeah, I mean top speed is not something that I'm gonna be like worried with this car. I don't really need a lot of top speed for what I'm planning on doing with it, but yeah. Anyway, now before I take this thing on the Vulcan Sprint, which is what I said I want to try it on, I want to bring it over onto the track that I tested a bunch of cars on, because it's just something that just started happening. So yeah, I just started using this track randomly as testing, and people said, yeah, keep using it. So alright, fair enough, I will. Okay, launch control needs to be disabled for this thing because it just doesn't need it, I don't think. Whoa, it does feel its weight though. I mean, it has power to compensate, but even for braking, like, I put the carbon ceramics on it, obviously, but I haven't done anything to the transmission, though. I still left the gear ratios the same. It does rotate a little bit more now that I've changed a couple of settings on it. I mean, I've done it on purpose. I feel like I need to take it back slightly because I feel like every time I brake and I turn into the corner, it kind of wants to kick the back out. It's not agile at all. Like it's not an agile race car. Not even close. I did make it mostly rear-wheel drive as well, even with the all-wheel drive setup. Alright, let's do an actual rolling lap and then try to take it a little bit easier. Go way too fast. You're going way too fast. Brake now. Slide cut is fine. Just try not to fully go off the track though. That's the main goal here. It's a little better than before. I still started braking a bit too late. Yeah, it's just... It's a little iffy. Driving this thing. It just does feel like it's really heavy. It feels its weight, unfortunately. If this was lighter, I think this could put the old Supervan out of business. Like, it just wouldn't be a good van. The other one, compared to this thing. But it just... This is just too heavy, I think. It's way too heavy for what it is. I mean, it's a van, first of all, at the end of the day. But they've managed to make the old van 980 kilos, or whatever it was, 960 kilos. And this is like an extra, like, ton heavier. Which is just bad. But then again, it is an electric Supervan this time around. So for whatever reason, everything's going electric even with the race cars. I mean, again, this is kind of like a, not really a proper race car, but it's more like a little concept, have fun type of car. The Ford we're doing. 119. Pretty damn good. You just have to be a little bit more careful with it, because it doesn't have, great grip, I guess. Like I said, it's just the weight. I think the weight just brings this thing, like, just way down in terms of, like, how good it is compared to the other cars. Which is disappointing, because like I said, if it was lighter, I think this could be a very, like, competitive car. Because like, I think acceleration out of corners is very good, because it's fully electric. It's able to do some silly turns as well. Like the tighter corners, really good. It turns in really sharply, and then you can just shoot off out of the corners, if you're going slow enough. But like, there are areas where it still wants to understeer, even though I made this... Like, that's the reason why I made this thing oversteer so easily, is because I kind of wanted this thing to kind of cancel out its understeer, but... Yeah, it just doesn't really feel great. It's like it has a speed boost in a second. See, like, it's not bad, and then I get it to oversteer. Yeah, I think I messed up my tune. I didn't mess it up. I just, again, I tried to build my tune so I can try and see if I can cancel a little bit of that understeer. But in doing so, I think I made it so if I floor out of some of the corners, if I'm going slow enough, or if I'm, like, fully slamming on my brakes, and I'm turning slightly, the back end will step out. See what I mean? Like, I changed the second there, and it's like I got like a sudden, like, speed boost with it, and I started oversteering and pushed the car wide. So it's just the way I built it. I think, just like I said, to try and compensate for the understeer with it, I tried to make it so it oversteers a little bit. Again, just to kind of cancel it out, but I made it now so it kind of oversteers a bit too much when I'm doing certain things. Again, it's not a bad van to drive. Like, it's not a bad build. It's just... What is that? Its second gear is so strange, man. As soon as you change the second gear, it's like it has an extra speed boost. Even when you accelerate, even the way it sounds, it goes... It's just pulled away. I know it's the electric motor just whining at me, but it's just funny. I want to try it again. Watch. I'm in first. Get up the speed hit. Bang! Jesus Christ. Van, relax. Okay. We don't worry about that. It's fun. It's fun to drive. And it's a little weird again that it's fully electric. I'm just happy that it's not really loud. Like the Porsche, was it the Mission R? That thing has like one of the loudest electric motors in this game. I think that's what it was. And the way that you can have motor swaps with that motor as well. Ugh. Okay. There you go. We're finally done. 22 seconds later. We're finally done. I mean, 232 with a lot of crashes. I mean, it's not great. Let's just say that it's not great. The thing is, though, like I said, it's not. This isn't going to be competitive to everything else. It just isn't. There's no hope in hell that someone will be able to make this thing competitive to everything else. It's too heavy. Unfortunately for the van itself, it's just too heavy. Yeah. It's cool. I think it's a cool car. Should I try drifting with it? Because, again, you can have drift suspension with this thing, and you can have different types of tires with it. So I'm definitely down to try a little bit of drifting on it. Maybe that's a little bit more fun. Again, I still feel like it's going to be a bit too heavy for it, but I'm willing to give it a shot anyway. Alright then, unfortunately we are at night time, but let's see if this is capable of doing anything. I also need to probably change my gear ratios. This is more of a little practice run. I'm not really trying to get anything crazy in terms of points. But what have I changed on it? Suspension, tires... That's it, right? Pretty sure that's it. And then obviously the tune. Apart from suspension and tires, I haven't really done anything else, parts-wise, changed on it. I am still all-wheel drive with it. But also only dropped it down into S1. Which is cool. This actually pushes out really wide. Okay, interesting stuff. I am going to shorten my gears. Right, let's see what it's like. I don't know if second is actually going to be even used. But I'm willing to give it a shot. Genuinely? Pretty good. I like it. Because it's heavy and bulky as well, you can just break things with it. Alright, I need to get a little bit more used to driving it, but... Okay, maybe I shouldn't do that. So what I'm doing there is I'm kind of pushing myself a little wider. Am I doing that? Need a little bit more angle there. It picks up speed nicely, I guess? Rides on the handbrake quite well. Again, because it's heavy, it just bangs through the guardrail. It doesn't really slow it down. Which is quite funny, though. It is quite funny. I'm also making lots of mistakes with it. Because it's just a little weird. Again, it still feels really clunky and heavy, though. I mean, it is. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying that it just feels like that. How did I pick up so much speed? It doesn't slow down at all. I mean, I tried slowing it down. It's just... I didn't expect it that I had to keep slowing down. That is quite funny. I'm sorry with all the rewinds, but I'm still trying to kind of get used to driving it. For the second half, going downhill, I will change to rear-wheel drive, though. But I'll try that. And I'm all-wheel driving right now. Because it is kind of... I kind of did build it like a point drift build. I don't know if it's going to be very good if I change to rear-wheel drive and I try to point drift down the hill. With the same tune as well. So, that's probably not going to work out too well for me, but I'll give it a shot anyway. Because... where am I going? Alright, I think this is kind of the halfway point. So let's... Wait, will I lose my points if I do this? Oh! I thought we could still have it. That's fine. Doesn't really matter. Okay. Gear ratios definitely need changing. Because by those things, I'm just smacking limiter forever. That's really smooth. I still am a little bit on edge because I feel like this thing is just going to slide from underneath me, but it just isn't. That is really, really smooth as a rear-wheel drive. Yeah, again, I think I still need to change a couple of things because I'm pretty sure my tune is not really built for rear-wheel drive drifting. Oh my god. It spins out too quickly as a rear-wheel drive. It spins out way too easily. I can't keep as much angle, obviously, as all-wheel drive. Again, the tune is fine. It's definitely not built for rear-wheel drive drifting. Ooh. It is quite funny to drive it like this though, because there's just something different. But if you get it in the slide and you know exactly how much angle you need to hold, it's actually quite smooth. But if you push it a bit too far, like that, it's just not good. It just ends up completely losing its grip, like with the front wheels. It just goes. But again, as a rear-wheel drive or as an all-wheel drive. As an all-wheel drive drift build, it's actually quite decent. Quite decent. I definitely would probably try to do a point drift, like run with it. But I can't be arsed right now. This is kind of like a video just kind of showcase this thing off. It's not going to be anything groundbreaking or anything like that, but I think this could pull 1.2 mil. Low 1.2 mil, I think it's possible. Damn, those brakes, Jesus Christ, it's like a light, you just turn it on and off. Alright, well this was the brand new Supervan that was added into the game. It looks absolutely mental, first of all. It looks really good. A bit disappointed that it is electric. I wish that if we had like a big V8 in it or something like that, like a race car engine in it, that would have been a little bit better. Obviously we don't, but it still looks absolutely mental. And it is a very fun car to drive. Or van. It's a very fun van to drive. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for today's video. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. There's still a few more cars to check out in the Acceleration Car Pack. Going to check them out in the next few days. So, if you guys want to see that, then make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, keep an eye out for those videos. But for now, like I said, that's pretty much it. Bonk. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.